The Stafford Voice.
The bottom line. And I hate to say this, but this is the big I told you so moment. You knew well in advance what you were signing up for when you got behind him. You pressed on the Never Trumpers to jump on the bandwagon and get behind the nominee. When they refused to because they wanted to stand on principle or morals or even values, and no, not New York values, you shunned them and virtually attacked at every chance you could. And yet, they stood tall and took it all. Now you want to turn and run, abandon ship as the captain turns and points the ship towards the lighthouse light? It's your holier-than-thou attitude that advanced and perpetuated this clown show. But you didn't want to listen. You knew better. After all, you were floating on the coattails of the chosen one. He was supposed to be the only one in the bunch of sour grapes that could defeat the machine. At least that's what you tried to sell America on, and now you want to run the other way? Absolutely not. No way, no how. This is on you. You wanted this, and now it's time to take your medicine. Sure, it tastes like crap now, but it'll make you feel better in the end, right? Wrong. You didn't listen then, and you sure as hell don't want to listen now. You made this cake, and it's high time you eat it. Oh, you don't want to? You're too good for it? Then where have you been all these years when we've been calling for action? Where have you been all these years when we were asking for the party to right itself? Oh, probably protecting yourself. See, that's the only thing you care about. Kind of like the candidate we've been forced to accept. Guess what? We're still not buying it. Are we better than the next guy or gal? No. Do we know what it means to admit our faults? Yes. Have there been words and actions that I've wanted to personally take back? Sure. What about you? Or are you perfect and without fault? I'm pretty sure that's not the case. So while you're up on your high horse looking down at Humpty Trumpty, figuring out how you can put this all back together again, realize this. You are part of the problem. You've spent all that time and energy attacking the other candidate and their past and the past of their spouse, and now you want to try and either defend him because, hey, he's the man, or you want to turn and run as you've done so many times over again when the heat gets turned up in the kitchen. No. It's time to eat your cake and take your medicine. You're no better than the next. You're just as guilty. And don't think for 1 second, ladies, that you're off the hook. Be honest. How many of you bought a copy of 50 Shades of Grey and called into work the next day because you were sick? I mean, stayed up all night reading because you couldn't put down that steamy, sexy novel that was so hot. Do I condone the locker room talk? No, but then again, maybe we just need to make locker room talk great again. Seriously, rather than talk up real issues, the only thing we can continue to talk about post-debate is some guy named Ken Bone and how he was offered a role in a porno. We don't want to talk about anything of substance. No! We don't want to touch tough topics like Russia, or even dare we try and attack Obamacare because we don't want to tarnish someone's legacy. Here's the fact. Russia is building their nuclear capabilities while ours continue to sit in a closet collecting dust. Russia is asserting their force all over the region, and ISIS continues to rape, pillage, and burn complete towns, destroying the history of complete time periods. Do we want to talk about that? No! We'd rather talk about how our candidate likes to listen to the Pussycat Dolls while attacking the opponent's spouse for raping women. After all, words are just words when you compare them to actions. Remember what your mommy told you? Actions speak louder than words. Your actions tell us to look the other way. All we want to do is point out that maybe, just maybe, the people you continue to force down our throats as if our name was Monica is leaving a bad taste in our mouth. Maybe next time you'll listen to us. Then again, maybe you won't unless we say it in the locker room. In the words of B.J. Clinton, suck it. If we haven't fallen in line yet, it probably won't happen. We understand what our principles are. We understand morals as well as values. Welcome to the jungle, baby. America is more than just a battle of he said, she said. Let's quit focusing on saving ourselves and start saving America. Time will only tell, but please remember one thing. If the person you put up on the pedestal should happen to fall, let this be the moment we look back and say, I told you so. And that is the bottom line.